we are going to delve into your SHS and TVET school selection process. This will help guide your future. This program is brought to you by the Ministry of Education in collaboration with Ghana Education Service and TVET Service. The public second cycle institutions have been categorized into 4 groups, namely Category A, B, C, and D. These categories represent subscription rates, not school quality. Category A represents overly subscribed schools. Category B represents averagely subscribed schools. Category C represents undersubscribed schools, while Category D represents all catchment area day schools. With regards to the number of schools under the various categories, Category A has 86 schools. Category B has 259 schools. Category C has 573 schools. In total, there are 918 public second cycle institutions across the country. Now let's talk about Category D, which is the catchment area day schools. These are senior high schools, senior high technical schools, or technical and vocational education training institutes located within a 10-mile radius or 16 kilometers away from a junior high attended. It must be purely a day school and could also be located within different districts or regions. The CSSPS takes into consideration 6 subjects, 4 core subjects, plus 2 best electives. They use both aggregate and raw score. If there is a tie, they've got a priority system for the core subjects. For example, if Kukua scores 1 in English language, 2 in mathematics, 1 in integrated science, 1 in social studies, 1 in ICT, 2 in French, 1 in BDT, 2 in Ghanaian language, and 1 in RME, Kukua's aggregate will be 7. That is 4 core plus 2 best elective. If Kweku got 1 in English, 1 in mathematics, 1 in integrated science, 1 in social studies, 1 in ICT, 1 in French, 2 in BDT, 1 in Ghanaian language, and 3 in RME, Kweku's total aggregate will be 6. Now that we are done with the grading system, let's talk about the selections criteria and mode of selection of schools. Candidates who wish to enter senior high schools, senior high technical schools, or technical and vocational education and training institutes must, with guidance from parents or guardians and school authorities, select 6 schools and rank them in order of preference, with the first being the most preferred choice. B. Select programs and residential status for each choice of school. C. Select a compulsory day school as a 6th choice within 16 kilometers of the JHS attended, or choose a boarding school from the list of schools in Appendix 3. D. Also, candidates must select 5 schools from Appendix 4 for a consideration of second placement if you miss out on all your initial 6 choices. That is, you may select 1 category A, 2 category B, and at least 2 in category C. Please note that candidates cannot choose more than 1 school from category A, cannot select more than 2 schools from category B, may select 5 schools from category C and 1 from category D, or boarding school from Appendix 3 special boarding. Candidates who wish to offer purely TVET programs must select all 6 TVET institutions from category A, B, and C as day or boarding. Lastly, candidates who wish to offer program choice in relation to future job prospects such as engineers, physicians, astronauts, etc., must select STEM or science in all their choices from category A, B, and C as day or boarding. Mode of selection of schools. BECE candidates are supposed to select 6 schools of their choice for placement. Mode of selection of schools differ in terms of categories of candidates. School candidates select their schools and forward them to their district education offices through their junior high school heads. Private candidates must select their school choices online via www.waecinternetsolutions.org. Dates for selection. Foreign students must purchase foreign student application forms online, fill and submit to the CSSPS/Free SHS/TVET Secretariat. There is 30% public equity. 30% of the total vacancies declared by each of the category A schools are reserved for candidates from the public basic schools. This implies that 30% of the total vacancy declared by all category A schools is set aside for public junior high school candidates who have selected that particular category A school. Who then qualifies for the 30% equity? It is strictly reserved for candidates of public junior high schools. It is automatic and not optional. Public junior high school candidates who choose category A schools compete for the 30% public equity placements. For candidates who wish to offer purely TVET programs, must select all 6 TVET institutions from category A, B, and C as day or board. The second placement system ensures that if candidates are not placed in any of their initial 6 choices, they may be placed in any of the additional schools selected from Appendix 4. The study of science opens up a whole new world of opportunities. You can be a pilot, astronaut, a teacher, a financial analyst, a science journalist, a doctor, a stockbroker, a network programmer, software developer, a food service manager, a nutrition counselor, a water quality inspector, park nutritionist, a marine geologist, and many more. Each school has its strength, but if you are particularly interested in STEM, then there is a list right here in the guide. But remember, passion and commitment are key. That candidates who are not placed after the auto placement, that is, unplaced candidates, can use the self-placement module to place themselves through the CSSPS website, www.csSPS.gov.gh. Candidates must enter their index numbers and voucher details to check their placements. If candidates are not placed, they can choose from available schools and place themselves.